Hello and welcome back to this Let's Play of Planescape Torment with myself, Waze, the Nameless One, and this band of, battered adventurers of late. We have cleared this place out. We have cleared all the guards in Cursed Prison, and we have won a battle of wits and have the blade for the Diva, and we can head back. But I think before that, we may rest. Oh my word. What the hell? Oh. Cursed guards, cursed citizens. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yes. Yes, we are not fighting these. We are not fighting these. Run, everyone. Run like the wind. Go, 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 go. Oh, what the hell happened there? Who's that? I thought it was one of mine. It was run like the wind. This is not good at all. Oh my word. There is more. Yeah. We cannot fight all of these. Are these just going to keep appearing? Can we get out without being beaten up? I'm going to have to keep an eye on everyone, aren't I? Everyone, get to here. Go. Okay, wasn't expect this. What I was going to say... Okay. It looks like they're fighting each other. Yeah. Just keep going. They are fighting each other. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? They're not coming. Alright, they are. Yeah, let's... What I was going to say... I have a feeling these are going to keep appearing. What I was going to say is... We're going to go back to the Hermit. Get some sleep, rest, healing, replenish spells. And... have a chat around the campfire, so to speak. Come on, everyone. Keep going. Have I got everyone? Make sure we have. Yes, we do. Okay. Right. We seem okay in here. I hope the Hermit is still here. He is. Let's rest first. Rest, please. Thank you. Let's heal up. And then I think it's time to have some chats. Everyone's on full health. Everyone will have their spells back. Okay. Time to start. Just time to talk to some people. Let's talk to Annah first.
Aye. What is it you want then?
I don't want to get trained in thieving skills. In the maze, Annah, Ravel said you were tormented. What did she mean? Annah frowns. She meant nothing, she did. Barmy Ag talk it was. Are you sure? It was nothing. If you don't even know what she was saying, I don't either. Okay, well, if you want to talk about it, Anna's gaze drops for a moment. I don't know why I'm travelling with you. I don't know why I went with you to find Ravel. She frowns, but she seems more confused than angry. It makes no sense. It does, and I don't really like it. Annah takes a deep breath. I think I have feelings for you. It feels strange, it does. I don't think I've ever liked anyone. But ye... Annah gives a half-hearted shrug without meeting your gaze. I don't know what it is about you. I mean, you're daft a lot of the times. You walk like your hips are broken. You're clumsy. You smell like a zombie, but... She sighs. I like you. Oh, dearie me. Okay. No, it's all I'm thinking about is Dianara and my mortality, should I say? So I'm going to go this line here. And I care about you, but just not in that way. Anna frowns and glares at the ground. Maybe it's a blessed thing. It is too. Feeling for others just to get you stabbed in places that don't heal. Okay, Anna, why didn't you say something? We could have settled this long, but it's because I think you're doomed. Anna suddenly meets your gaze. I think you walk with chains, but you don't know it yet. So I feel for you, but I'm afraid for you. And that's killing me, it is. I don't even want you to come to harm, but I don't even know what to do to stop it. So I walk with you. Okay. Well, I think I am doomed. I don't. I'm going to figure this out. I appreciate you standing by me, Annah. Aye, well, she falls silent for a moment, then shrugs. No matter. Okay, I had some other questions. Tell me a little bit about Farad. It's been a while, but is there anything we left unturned? Old Stuttercrutch, he's me dad. Well, not me real dad. He found me when I was a wee girl. He needed a collector to crawl into places the rest of his fat gullies couldn't swarm, so he took me under his crutch. Can you tell me anything else about him? I think we've done all this a long time ago. Been at the village longer than I. Came there a stone age ago, maybe even found the place, some of the villagers say. Annah frowns. Farad's a shrewd one, he is. Has a way of squeezing more out of copper than most, and he never was at a lack for jink. So, was he searching for that bronze sphere the whole time? I suppose. Annah shrugs again. I don't know why he was all afire to get it. I don't. I could smell it as soon as you brought it to him. She wrinkles her nose. Foul custard smell it had. Still, must have been something right valuable for him to carry on about it like he did. Almost half score of collectors got penned in a dead book trying to fetch it. I think he was searching for it because he thought it would save his life. Okay. She blinks. What do you mean? Farad didn't lead a good life, I gather. He was once a governor in one of the upper wards. He apparently used his position to lie, cheat and hurt others in the process. So much so, he was destined to go down to the hells when he died. He thought the bronze sphere would save him somehow, so he threw away his title, his wealth and his position to try and find it.
Updated my journal.
Really? She goes silent for a moment and then shakes her head. No accounting for Farad's foolishness, there isn't. A trinket won't save you from fate's hand. If the stains on your soul are black enough, no amount of washing will get them out. She pauses. Still, if he thought it could save him, maybe it was important somehow. Or at least worth a bit of jink. Okay. And just this is still bugging me, Annah. Are you sure I didn't meet you in the hive before I found Farad? She nods a little warily. Aye, you did. I haven't forgotten, yeah? What were you doing by the mortuary? It's my territory. I was looking for dead as I was. She looks you up and down and then smirks. Found a walking one, I did. Okay. Okay. What's the journal say there? Journal. I told Annah about what I learned from Reekwind in the hive. She didn't seem to know anything about Farad's past, and she was surprised to hear what I told her. Okay. Okay. Who should we talk to now? We will leave Dak'kon and his Circle of Zerthimon. Let's talk to Mort first.
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
How did you die again, Mort? No idea, Chief. Kind of forgot when I died. Can't say I blame myself much. At least there was something waiting for me after I died, even if it is life as a floating skull. I mean, it could have been worse. What happened to your body? I don't know, alright? It's just gone. Mort glares at you. But don't think I miss it, because I'm happy just the way I am. I don't need your half-wit judgments or snide remarks, alright? Okay. Do me a favour, read to me what's tattooed on my back again. Oh, come on, Chief. Don't tell me you forgot again. No, I think I want to hear all of it this time. Go ahead and refresh my memory. But I'm going to be hearing that a lot. Mort clears his throat. Let's see. I know you feel like you've been drinking a few kegs of stick swash, but you need to centre yourself. Among your possessions is a journal that'll shed some light on the dark of the matter. Farad can fill you in on the rest of the chant if he's not in the dead book already. Keep going. I will, hold on. Mort pauses for a moment. Alright, here's the last bit. Don't lose the journal or we'll be up to sticks again. Whatever you do, do not tell anyone who you are or what happens to you, or they'll put you on a quick pilgrimage to the crematorium. Do what I tell you. Read the journal, then find Farad. And of course, that little bit at the end about not trusting skulls. Okay, do you think that bit refers to you? I doubt it. I mean, you can trust me, right, Chief? Are you lying to me, Mort? No, come on, what's your problem, Chief? I haven't steered you wrong yet. Yet. I don't like the fact you didn't read me that line. I'd like to know what else you've neglected to mention since we've been travelling together. Nothing. I've told you everything. Well, almost everything, but nothing, dangerous. Mort, if there's anything else, I suggest you tell me now. Chief, seriously, there's nothing else. I wouldn't hold out on you. Okay. Why didn't you tell me about the extra line of tattoos on my back then? Oh, that bit at the end. Well, I figured it was washed, so I didn't read the line out loud. Okay, you've already told me this. Not sure if there's anything else. What should we do next, Mort? Well, here's how I see things. You got me, Chief. This is all your show. I'm just following you around. Okay. Not much help at all there. Okay, you said you're a mimia, right? Yeah, a mimia is a floating encyclopedia. You put information in, you get information out. Okay. You're being a bit evasive, I think, Mort. A bit evasive. And look, I don't mind you tagging along, but is there anything else you can do except chatter? Hey, chattering's my best trait. He rattles his teeth for a moment, then grins. Eh? Yeah, I know about the litany of curses, Mort. I'm more curious about what you got while we were at Lothar's. Well, I made some friends when I was sitting on the shelf in Lothar's waiting for you to bail me out. Thanks for taking your sweet time about it, by the way. They said if I needed help, I could just call on them. Okay, I think this is the skulls, isn't it? Yeah, we know about this. Okay, nothing new there. Okay, that's that. Fall from grace.
Yes?
I know I've asked about all this. I'm sure of it. Can you teach me anything of art, Grace? Fall from grace shakes her head slightly. No, I do not believe so. The art and the disciplines I practice are different. Okay, how do you mean? My powers, as you see them, stem from my faith, not from manipulated energies as the art does. The art is a mechanism by which the power of the multiverse may be harnessed, through gestures, rituals, and devices. My powers come to me through a different means. My faith in the nature of my belief allows some of the multiverse to reveal itself to me. Okay, I know you've told me this already, but what do you believe in? I believe in experience. I believe a person may be changed for the better. The more of the multiverse they are allowed to perceive, and the more of the multiverse is allowed to perceive them. My belief in the nature of experience allows me to... She pauses for a moment, thinking. I suppose the best explanation is that my faith allows me to see things differently. When you see the multiverse in such a way, you learn how to change things, mending wounds, seeing a person's heart, and so on, just by willing them to happen. Okay, but those changes you make seem a lot like spells. How do you learn to do those things? Do you have a spell book? No, my spells, as you call them, they come to me after I have rested and centered myself. When I sleep and awaken, I can focus myself once more. The amount of faith required to change the multiverse around me can be quite taxing on the psyche, I'm afraid. Just being able to see how to change things is not enough. You must have the strength to make the change happen and last. Okay, do you believe in the experience because of what happened to you with the Batazu? Fall from Grace nods. I have thought long upon that, and I believe so, yes. She looks at you questioningly. I think it is because I am content with what I have become, and do not think I would have seen it would have been possible without experiencing the multiverse as I did. Okay. I've got a vague recollection of doing that before. Is there any... I want to talk about our companions. Who in particular did you wish to discuss? Let's go through them in order. Not me, not you, Mort. Mort is most peculiar. I have seen a great deal in my life, but nothing quite like him. He behaves somewhat like a mimia. Granted, there's no denying he is knowledgeable, but he has a certain... She sniffs the air and wrinkles her nose. Batorian smell about him. What do you mean a Batorian smell? Yes, but he's not a Batazu, at least of any variety I've encountered. The smell alone, however, makes me treat that skull with caution. Okay, what do you mean when you say Batazu and Batorian? My apologies, Bator is one of the outer planes, the home of a race of fiends called the Batazu. They are evil creatures, yet they are organized and lawful in many of their behaviors. Some might call them devils. They believe in contracts and hierarchy. In many ways, they are like evil bureaucrats. Okay, but what do you mean about a Batorian smell? Yes, but he's not a Batazu. Okay, that's just the same thing again. Is she saying he's some kind of lawful evil devil? And you were saying something about a Mimir? Yep, that's just the same thing. And Mort is a Mimir. I don't believe so. Mort lacks the silvery metal that Mimirs customarily have, and he seems to have an attitude of his own. Such qualities are not present in conventional Mimirs. Grace shrugs slightly. He may be one, but he's unlike any I've ever encountered. Okay. Well, I believe Mort is a Mimir. Then enough has been said on the subject. Okay. Tell me about Annah. She is strong and capable, and she's quite passionate. I almost wish I had met her long ago and asked her to come to the brothel. Perhaps things might have been different. Grace studies you for a moment. What do you think of her? I think she doesn't care for you very much. I would agree, Grace smiles, but I shall not let you dodge my question so easily. What do you think of her? I consider her a friend, nothing more. Very well. Okay. What about Dak'kon? Dak'kon? Grace raises an eyebrow. He's most uncommon for a Githzerai. Really? In what way? Well, he obeys you. That alone would mark him as a pariah among his people. His entire race were once slaves, and even the reminder of servitude to them is distasteful. Yeah, he made a promise to me long ago to serve me until I died. It was after I saved his life, and he didn't know I was a mortal at that point. Truly? As a Githzerai, he must be suffering indeed. How did you save his life? After he fell from Shrakt Law, one of my previous incarnations came to him as he lay dying in limbo and gave him the unbroken Circle of Zerthimon, that religious text he has. If I may ask, do you know why the incarnation saved his life? I think I saved him because of his Karak blade. Curious. Fall from Grace is silent for a moment. You know, a blade that reflects the will of the wielder is a potent weapon if the wielder knows himself. Okay, perhaps that's why I saved him then. Is there anything else you can tell me about Dak'kon? Dak'kon approaches everything in an orderly fashion. Again, most curious for a Githzerai. They tend to be unpredictable, and they follow their impulses rather than plan. Anything else? He seems a most pious Githzerai and a steadfast ally. That he is. Okay, let's talk about Ignus. You would be wise to travel with him no longer. He is insane, and he is proven capable of great acts of destruction. As I understand it, he was transformed into a conduit to the elemental plane of fire. Such a transformation would have killed many mortals. Not only did he survive such a trial, but he thrived. He possesses tremendous power. Should he be forced into a confrontation, I would fear for the chances of anyone who stood against him. I pray it does not come to that. Okay, if Ignus is so powerful, why doesn't he just attack everything he sees? Why does he even travel with us? I do not know, but I do not think it is because he likes our company. In fact, I think he considers all of us irrelevant except for you. Me? Why me? Again, I do not know. Still, haven't you noticed that when you ask him to do something, he obeys without question? Were I to make the same request, the last thing I would receive would be his compliance. Okay.
Yes?
Any other questions? Tell me again why you never use weapons? No, there is seldom the need, and I find that I cannot bear the touch of cold iron or even steel for long periods of time. In any event, I have a number of natural defenses that tend to discourage attackers. Okay, such as? The kiss of a succubus is lethal to mortals, though they rarely realize the danger until their death is almost upon them. Fall from Grace sighs. I can resort to it when the need arises. Intriguing, I mean frightening. Let's move on. Okay. Let's talk to Ignus, if he will talk to us.
Yes.
Flames curl round Ignus's throat, and a tongue of flame streams from behind his blackened teeth. Yes. Okay, Ignus, what happened to make you this way?
This way. A small pocket of flesh.
Oh, a small pocket of flesh, and Ignus's cheeks pops and runs into a steaming trickle down his jaw.
This way. Ignus always was.
Okay, but you look human, or at least you look like you were human once, Ignus. Ignus twists, hunching his head forward as his body spins slowly above the ground. The effect is much like a fiery whirlwind, thermal streaming off his body and distorting the air around him.
Still Ignus. Always Ignus.
Okay. As you open your mouth to speak, Ignus suddenly whirls on you. You are forced to choke back your words as the heat from his frame floods over you.
Ignus, might you be sparks in bodies always seeking to rise?
Okay, sparks in bodies, what do you mean?
All things burn inside.
Ignus' head cranes back and throws his arms wide, spirals of flame and heat travelling up his arms.
Only need to be kindled with flames to become Ignus. So you have been Ignus.
Okay. So you're saying everyone has the potential to become like you with the right spark?
Yes.
Ignus grins, cocking his head to one side, ashes falling from his skull and being swept up in flaming wreath that surrounds him. Okay, some other questions. Your heart jumps as Ignus soars several feet into the air and his jaw tears open, fiery trails spilling forth like a nest of snakes.
No more talk and questions. Silence.
But I wish to speak of flames, Ignus, and of burning. Oh.
Your words are like oil.
Oh no, your words are like oil, and you watch them fill Ignus's eyes, fanning the flames you see there.
Flames?
Ignus drifts down slightly, the heat around him rising as if in interest.
Speak. Ignus will listen.
Okay. Is it true you burned down the Alley of Dangerous Angles? Ignus' face splits, the flesh around the corner of his mouth cracking, then remelting into charred, sneering red and black pieces.
Yes. A dream shall Ignus share.
Okay, which one of these will I go for? Maybe later. For now, I wish to speak more of burn. A torrent of flames pours forth from Ignus, and you take a step back, the air bending from the heat.
Streets at night so cold. Ignus burn the buildings. Dwellers all ran from Ignus. The flames and the buildings were as flames. Screams as the dwellers became torches.
Okay, I'll listen quietly, waiting for his ranting to die.
Buildings as skeletons. Angles, bodies as skeletons. Reds and oranges and blacks. The flames spreading, caressing such lights.
Okay, I've heard enough. Ignus' fury dies, the wreaths of flames surrounding him ebbing somewhat. He seems to be lost in thought, perhaps lost in memory.
And Ignus was pleased.
Okay, other questions for you, Ignus? Okay, he tells me no, he doesn't want to hear them anymore. Okay, I think we need to stop, Ignus. Let's see if Fall from Grace was right. You will answer my questions, Ignus. I set you free and I may send you back to your hell again.
Think you could chain Ignus?
The flames around Ignus swirl like a cloak, then fan outwards as if seeking to caress you.
Kill you, turn you to ashes, Ignus can. For now, Ignus follows. But threats anger Ignus.
So you say, Ignus. We'll speak later. Let's not wind him up anymore. Okay, Dak'kon left to talk to. Let's do this.
What is your will?
There are things I would know, Dak'kon.
I will hear you.
Okay. Tell me again. He's told me all this. Just tell me about this. You said I gave you the Circle of Zerthimon, Dak'kon.
Yes, in knowing its words, I knew myself.
Okay. Tell me about the other me, the incarnation you knew. What was he like? Dak'kon's gaze travels through you and he falls silent. Dak'kon?
Updated my journal.
Know that he was different. Know that the differences were not marked on the skin, nor in the way of the weapon, nor in the attire that cloaked him. Know that he was different in the way of thought and the means he acted upon his thoughts. His will became substance. Know that he saw others and did not see them. He knew only how they could serve him. His heart was treacherous and it was cold, and never did its coldness burn him.
Okay, did it ever touch you, Dak'kon? Did he betray you? Dak'kon's blade begins bleeding into a dull, flat black, and you watch as edges, like teeth, began sprouting from the edge of the blade. His face clenches and he speaks through his teeth.
It is not my will, you know of this.
Tell me, Dak'kon, did he ever betray you?
No, there were many treacheries. Any treachery upon me was by my hand, no other.
Okay, tell me, Dak'kon, what was the treachery?
I surrendered my word to him. I surrendered myself.
Okay, is this... What are we talking about? Is this when you bound yourself to me?
People do not allow themselves to be enslaved to another in deed or chains. If we find ourselves in such a cage, we act to free ourselves, even if it means we must endure another cage for a time. You performed a great service for me. In doing so, you enslaved me. I acted to free myself. Know that I surrendered my word and myself to act in your name until your death.
Okay, and you know I can't die. We've had this conversation. Okay.
That was not known to this one. I surrendered my word to him. I surrendered myself. Know that there is now nothing left that I may surrender except my life. Know now that I follow you only so you might die.
Okay, we've been through all this. Okay, let's speak of it another time. But let's change the subject.
What is your will?
And talk about... Can I talk to you about your teachings? Dak'kon waits. Wish to give up my current profession? No, I don't. Okay, I've read the Unbroken Circle of Zerthimon. I want to speak more to you about the way of Zerthimon.
What did you come to know?
Oh, damn, I'm still thinking over it. That means... Does that mean I have to do something with it? Oh, fourth Circle of Zerthimon. Copy spell. Okay. Use this. Okay. The small round stone is made up of a series of interlocking circles. Yes, we know this. Unlock the fifth circle. You slide the plates into the configuration Dak'kon showed you and a new ring is revealed. The ring carries the same script as you read before with the same geometries. You know the symbols and you know you can read them. Okay, let's read them. Zerthimon was the first to know the way of freedom, yet it is not he that first came to know the way of rebellion. Okay, we'll keep reading. The knowing of the rebellion came to the warrior Queen Gith, one of the people. She had served the Illithids upon many of the false worlds as a soldier, and she had come to know war and carried it in her heart. She had come to know how others might be organized to subjugate others. She knew the paths of power, and she knew the art of taking from the conquerors and the weapons by which they could be defeated. Her mind was focused, and both her will and her blade were as one. Let's keep reading. The turning in which Zerthimon came to know Gith, Zerthimon ceased to know himself. Her words were as fires lit in the hearts of all who heard her. In hearing her words, he wished to know war. He knew not what afflicted him, but he knew he wished to join his blade to Gith. He wished to give his hate expression and share his pain with the Illithid. Okay. Gith was one of the people, but her knowing of herself was greater than any Zerthimon had ever encountered. She knew the ways of flesh, she knew the Illithids, and in knowing herself, she was to know how to defeat them in battle. The strength of her knowing was so great that all those who walked her path came to know themselves. Gith was but one. Her strength was such that it caused others to know their strength, and Zerthimon laid his steel at her feet. Okay, examine it again. Okay, let's leave it alone. And let's talk to Dak'kon again.
What is your will?
Talk to you about your teachings. Okay, I've read the Unbroken Circle of Zerthimon. I want to speak to you more about the way of Zerthimon. What did you come to know? Okay, Dak'kon's voice tonight is affecting my throat, so I might have to give it a rest. Okay, which one of these? There is strength in great numbers, but there's great power in one. For the strength of the will of one may gather numbers to it. There is strength not only in knowing the self, but knowing how to bring it forth in others. Okay. Zerthimon learned to join with an even more powerful figure, Gith. Together, people grew stronger. Okay, let's go with number one. There's great strength in numbers, but there is great power in one. For the strength of the will of one may gather numbers to it. There is strength not only in knowing the self, but knowing how to bring it forth in others. Nice. You have come to know the fifth circle of Zerthimon. With this knowing, I impart this to you. He takes the circle and with a deft motion, he twists one of the links so that one of the plates slides forth. He hands the plate to you. Meditate upon its teachings, and the knowing of it shall give you strength. Okay, I would know more of the way of Zerthimon. Dak'kon's fingers feel around the edges of the stone circle, and he twists it clockwise, the links clicking until they have settled into a new configuration. He then reverses the motion, resetting the stone. The next circle of Zerthimon is open to you. Study it, then I will hear your words. Okay, I will. I'll read it and speak to you again. Let's do this. Oh, here we go. What's this? Copy spell. Fifth circle. Okay, this is this one. Used only by mages. Okay. What's the spell? Power of one. Okay. I have that spell now as well. And let's use this. Okay. Unlock the sixth circle. We might as well do this now. Let's have a look. Slide the plates. I know the symbols. I know how to read them. Let's read this. Upon the blasted plains, Zerthimon's whole gift, there cannot be two skies. In the wake of his words came war. Upon the blasted plains, the people had achieved victory over their Illithid masters. They knew freedom. Yet before the green fires had died from the battlefield, Gith spoke of continuing the war. Many, still filled with the bloodlust in their hearts, agreed with her. She spoke of not merely defeating the Illithids, but destroying all Illithids across the plains. After the Illithids had been exterminated, they would bring war to all other races they encountered. Oh, okay. In Gith's heart, fires raged. She lived in war, and in war she knew herself. All that her eyes saw, she wanted to conquer. Zerthimon spoke the beginnings of that which was against Gith's will. He spoke that the people already knew freedom. Now they should know themselves again and mend the damage that had been done to the people. Behind his words were the many other hearts of the people who were weary of the war against the Illithid. Know that the Gith's heart was not Zerthimon's heart on this matter. She said that the war would continue. The Illithid would be destroyed. Their flesh would be no more. Then the people would claim the false worlds as their own. Gith told Zerthimon that they would be under the same sky in this matter. The words were like bared steel. From Zerthimon came the pronouncement of two skies. In the wake of his words came war. Okay. Slide the plates closed and seal the circle. Talk to Dak'kon.
What is your will?
Okay. Dak'kon, I want to talk about your teachings. I've read the Unbroken Circle of Zerthimon again. What did you come to know? Okay. Let's have a look. I'm going to go with number one. I know that Zerthimon's devotion to the people was such that he was willing to protect them from themselves. He knew the Illithids had come not to know themselves and their obsession with control and domination. So he chose to stop Gith before she carried the people to their deaths. There must be balance in all things, or else the self will not hold. You have seen the words and know them. Dak'kon's voice slows and his hands grip the edges of the unbroken circle. He twists it clockwise and there is a click as 2 plates slide forth. Dak'kon stares at the 2 plates in his hand. He makes no move to hand them to you. Dak'kon, is that second plate for you? Dak'kon falls silent. His blade has ceased shimmering, the film freezing upon its surface. He is staring at the second plate, paralyzed. Do you know the 6th circle, Dak'kon? Dak'kon looks up, but his coal-black eyes do not meet your gaze. No, there is nothing more I may teach you. You know the way as the people know it, and it shall give you the direction by which you may know yourself. Okay, that's all well and good, Dak'kon, but that's not what I asked. Do you know the 6th circle or not? Dak'kon is silent for a moment, then speaks, his voice slow and careful. It has come to pass that I do not know the 6th circle of Zerthimon. Once I knew it. But I know now, I only saw the words. Dak'kon's eyes stare through you. That is all. It is my path that I no longer know the way of Zerthimon. Okay, was that because of what happened at Shrak-Lor? I do not know. The people became divided and the people suffered. Upon reading the Unbroken Circle, I know now that I took the knowing of the 5th circle and used the power of 1 to bring about the 6th circle in Shrak-Lor. In so doing, I divided the people. There was much suffering. I carry Shrak-Lor with me always. Okay, Dak'kon, there's one other thing I would know. Why is Vilquar's eye in the Circle of Zerthimon? It seems strange. It tells of how the people benefited from a treachery from their own. It seems... Dak'kon's eyes flash. I have told you it is part of the telling of how the people came to know freedom. Do you not listen? His voice flattens as if he is reciting a passage from memory. It tells the people that even in the greatest treachery, a greater knowing may be achieved. Okay, sounds to me, Dak'kon, like you don't believe that. I think there's another reason Vilquar's eye is in the Circle of Zerthimon. It's set there because of the 6th circle and the pronouncement of 2 skies. It's there to justify Zerthimon's treachery to the people upon the blasted plains. Dak'kon is silent and his blade bleeds into a dead black, teeth rippling along the edge. He divided the people upon the blasted plains, Dak'kon. He divided your race when they were on the path of victory. I would like to believe that it was because he wished to save the people from themselves, but I don't think you believe that. Dak'kon is silent for a moment, then he speaks slowly. I do not know the 6th circle as it is known to others. I fear that the 3rd circle, the 4th circle, and the 6th circle are more closely linked than many know. It is in that knowing that I have lost myself. Okay, in the 3rd circle, Zerthimon submerged his will to deceive the Illithids. Then in the 4th circle, it speaks of the benefits of treachery. Then in the 6th circle, Zerthimon divides his people before they exterminate the Illithids. Do you think Zerthimon's words may not have been his own? Know my words and know that the wound that lies upon my heart. I fear that when the Zerthimon was upon the Pillars of Silence, he did not submerge his will. I fear his will was taken from him by the Illithids. And when he spoke upon the blasted plains, it was their words he spoke. I fear that what he did was not for the people's sake, but for our former masters. Okay, that's possible, but no, it doesn't necessarily mean that...
my journal.
Then know this and speak of it no more. Dak'kon's voice is like a knife. Know that I shall never know the truth. There is no resolution to this matter, for I shall never know Zerthimon's heart upon the blasted plains. His coal-black eyes glare at the stone circle in his hand. And so I do not know myself because of the unbroken circle of Zerthimon. Dak'kon is silent for a moment, then he speaks slowly. I have told you it is part of the telling of how the people came to know freedom. There is no resolution to this matter, for I shall never know Zerthimon's heart upon the blasted plains. His coal-black eyes glare at the stone circle in his hand. And so I do not know myself because of the unbroken circle of Zerthimon. Okay, Dak'kon. Let's leave that where it is and move on. I now have the 6th circle, which Dak'kon does not know. Allows you to copy balance and all things into spellbook. When hit the same number of times... Okay. Caster only duration. When hit the same number of times as level. 4 or 5 seconds. Okay, hit the same number of times as level. 4 to 5 seconds per level of the caster. Okay, what does it do? Let's copy the spell. Then have a look. Submerge the will. Scripture Steel Vil Quasi. Power of 1. Where's the next one? What's this spell here? Remove curse. Hello, what's that? Guardian Mantle. Abyssal Fury, okay. Where is that spell? Balance in all things, here we go. This spell only affects the caster. Whenever the caster is attacked while the spell is in effect, all hostile creatures within a 10-foot radius take equal damage. It lasts for 1 attack per 4 levels of the caster, and the effects are not cumulative. You cannot have more than 1 balance spell erected. If the spell is not triggered, it lasts for 5 seconds per level of the caster. Okay. So it's like a reflect spell. Reflect damage. Okay, we've had a lot of episodes of battles. And we needed to rest and talk in this episode just to have a break from that. So I think we will leave the episode there. Thank you all for watching. I do hope you're well, and until next time, take care.